Cole, don't look at me like that, Cole.
All right.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is the Reentry Buzz. We are on season 9, episode 3 here today. You know the drill by now. Cole and I both have a blind pour in front of us. No idea what it is. Could be anything. Got a sample pool of like 250 now. It keeps growing faster than we can drink it. But today we pulled number 171. And we're going to sniff it, sip it, tell you how much we'd pay for it right off the bat here. You ready?
All right, here we go.
Not what I expected.
Great palate.
Wow. Dang. Cole, don't look at me like that, Cole.
All right. That's good. Man, that's good.
You know it's good when Cole slaps whatever's in front of him.
Slap the side of my chair.
Literally whatever's in front of you, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm taking a big risk on this one, but we're gonna set it to break. Oh, you were gonna say something?
Tell me how much.
We're gonna take a big risk on this one, but I'm gonna set it to break, and we'll see on the other side who's the winner. Or we won't see on the other side who's the winner. We'll see on the other side who made the coolest guesses. We'll be right back.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So we realized we forgot to say how much we'd pay for this. And I'm like thinking about that right now. Cole, do you have any idea if somebody was like, I have a cask with no markings in the back of my truck that pours this out, how much would you pay for this bottle?
Let's say $275. That's how much I love this thing. Yeah.
I was thinking 200. Yeah. I think, I guess we'll get into it with the notes. There's a lot of interesting things about this. Why don't you go through your notes first?
Okay. That sounds good. I will. My notes, I said, nose is a little light. Biggest complaint I have about this thing. Nose is a little light, but slightly sweet and a tiny bit of apple. And then on the palate, everything changed, man. It went from, I said, appley goodness, right up my alley. This really tastes like Buffalo Trace juice, but like really good Buffalo Trace juice. This is off the script, or off the notes, but I was having trouble thinking, is this potentially wheated mash bill or rye mash bill, or like mash bill number 1 or 2? But I'm leaning maybe number 1. On the finish, I said, this fades into a beautiful green apple. Not only fresh green apple, but a mix of that and a candy green apple. Some of my favorite notes of all time. Nice. I said, this is heavenly good. And I repeated myself. I said, heavenly good, baby. So, yeah.
Love it. For the nose, I said, so you remember I nosed it and I said, not what I expected, because if you look at this thing,
it's light.
This is a light color, man. Just based on color, I thought we were in
scratch.
I thought we were in scratch territory, but I nosed it and I got thick buttery with some pine tree herbalness. Like rice spice pine tree. Far from what I expected with the color of what's in this glass. Tons of granulated white sugar fruity candy. Like a sugary candy on the nose. Yeah. So on the palate, I said that this has incredible viscosity. Again, taking all things into consideration here, the color of what's in this glass and where my expectations were set going into putting this glass to my lips, the viscosity that was on this thing was just off the charts. It is thick. Flavors started out a little cough syrupy. It was kind of in like a sugary, like if you did cough syrup and simple syrup, if you sugaried your cough syrup, you might get something like this.
Sugar that thing down.
But the fruit ramps up into just bright red ripe cherries.
Nice.
But at the same time, it has a thick, creamy vanilla base. I mean, this is one of the most purely vanilla whiskeys that I've had. And I mean that from a tasting note, not a sentiment. So totally. The finish just keeps it going. Palate notes, it is creamy cherry vanilla for me. It is a long finish, but it's not necessarily like an incredibly long finish. I think it's just got super, super pleasant. And it's so creamy. It's almost like I took a sip of an old fashioned, and I'm just, it's the aftertaste after you took a sip of an old fashioned afterwards. It's that sugary. It's that thick. And
sugar is a good word. White sugary. Yeah.
So I'm going to go through my guesses so I can steal your thunder, because I know exactly what you guessed for this.
Yeah, you do.
I as much as I wanted to hedge just for the sake of being able to be slightly different, I couldn't.
You wanted to tie
of anything else. So here we go. Type, I said bourbon. Secondary, I said rye. For brand, I said Single Oak Project. For distillery, I said Buffalo Trace. For proof, I said 90. Heading into Tim Taylor Toolman territory now. For age, I said 8. For finished, I said no. Bottle, I said Single Oak Project 16. For score, I gave this an A+. Nice. Honestly, it's a little at the low end of my A+. Let me pull up the rating scale real quick. It was Hubba to What? Because I was immediately like Tim the Toolman Taylor going, huh? when I took a sip of this. And it just showed me how thick a whiskey could possibly be, which is not a common trait. Not all whiskeys are thick like this. This might be the thickest whiskey I've ever had. It is truly exceptional. It's not necessarily my favorite flavor profiles, but there is no denying this is a very impressive whiskey with absolutely nothing that can be said negative about it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on everything. I give it a 9.5.
Yeah, let's just cut this short. We both guessed literally the same thing, right? To give you some credit, probably take a little credit away from me. I did have to Google how old Single Oak Projects were.
8 years, baby.
Yeah, I knew you knew that.
So if this is actually, whether or not this is what we both guessed, this is going up against the Barrel 10 you gave me and the Seasoned Wood this weekend, and it's going to be the ultimate who's number one. Because these are honestly top 10. All three of these are top 10 to me. But who knows? It could be another Elmer T. Lee on the other side of this thing. So
it could be Pinhook High Proof Rye.
It could be Pinhook High Proof Rye or Grand Canyon Distillery Single Barrel Bourbon. Yeah.
All right, you ready? I got it in my hand. Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Of course.
I was right.
Oh man, so glad I didn't hedge. Whoo!
Yeah.
Yes, it is Single Oak Project Barrel 16.
Yep. Tie score, baby. So it's crazy. We were just talking about this on the episode we just recorded. When we do, or maybe it was during the break or something, but when we do the episode that we have of the Single Oak Project and the thing, I'm going to put it next to this guy and we're going to see who's the winner. So, but honestly, Bryan, I'm not just joking you here. I think this might be better.
Here's what we're going to do. Yeah. We're going to take it to break. Yeah. Obviously, there's no scores to tally up. Take it to break. When we come back, I want you to give us a full rundown on an A versus B comparison.
Should I do A, B versus C though?
Oh, if you want to, we'll figure that out during the break.
Only so much left of this. Yeah,
true.
All right, I'll be right back after this quick break.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So as you heard, we were drinking Buffalo Trace Single Oak Project number 16. Unbelievable bottle. And actually, this was from Cole, Mr. Seabald himself,
Heyo.
who now has 3 pours in front of him.
3 of my fave pours.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Could you imagine you were like so awkwardly holding all those? They just all go, blah!
Yeah. That'd be very
so anyway,
sad.
Yeah. To recap the episode here, highest joint score ever here. Finishing this episode here at 53 to 53. We both nailed Buffalo
and
Trace
no tiebreaker because everything was equal.
Yes. So good way to go, us. Taking this a non-standard route here. Now to play out the rest of this episode here, we're going to do a thing that we said we were going to do, hilariously enough, earlier today, because today we recorded Cole's birthday podcast episode where he opened a Single Oak Project number 10, and we said, oh great, whenever the future may come that we pull Single Oak Project 16 on the reentry buzz, then you can sip 10 right afterwards. And what happened? 1 hour later, when we recorded reentry buzz, we pulled Single Oak Project number 16. So for the rest of this episode here, we're just going to chat, hang out, and Cole's going to do a little blind. So he has a blind set up in front of him. He's got 3 pours: Single Oak Project 10, Single Oak Project 16, and E.H. Taylor Seasoned Wood. 3 of his favorite pours of all time. He's going to go through, kind of give us a little
new favorite if we need to.
Yeah, I know. We're going to find out once and for all here. A, how much diversity is there in Single Oak projects? And B, which does he like better overall? So I'm pretty excited to find out.
All right. So I have B, C, and D. I don't have an A. The A glass has a slight chip on it, and I don't want to help that get me an advantage or throw something off. All right, let's do this. I'm going to actually sip C first. I don't know why.
Yeah. Go ahead. Cool thing about H&R, I reached out to their
that's right.
Customer service because I hadn't even used the set. We got it for a Christmas gift from a listener, and the very first time I washed them before I even used them, the glass slipped out of my hand and it broke in the sink, completely broke. And I reached out to customer service and I was like, hey, I never even got the chance to use these. I broke my glass A. Can you please just send me like a replacement glass A as a one-time courtesy? Like, I would really appreciate it. And they didn't just send me a glass A, they sent me a whole new kit of 4.
Wow.
They you can see how that's like advantageous for the company to not have to like individually package one glass and blah, blah, blah. They were like, screw it. Let's just ship him a whole other set. So shout out to H&R. And if you need a replacement for your chipped glass, maybe reach out.
Yeah. And I hope I'm not wrong, but shout out to Paul Clarkson, who sent these originally as a Christmas gift.
My memory is just the worst. So if it was, shout out.
Was it this year? I think. Yeah, I think it was this year.
Yeah, it was this past Christmas for sure. Yeah.
So, okay. The noses are very similar.
Really?
Very, like almost indistinguishable.
And the interesting thing here, by the way, is the Single Oak projects, both of them are the rye recipe bourbons.
Yeah. And then the other one's the wheat.
Wood is a wheated bourbon.
I don't know anything. Like, they're all
awesome.
I think I'll give like 0.1 extra to D. So let me write down the scores. Let's say we're doing this out of 25. These aren't insanely great noses. I'll be honest. They are good noses, but they're not phenomenal noses. So if I were to give A or B, C, and D a score on the nose, I would give it out of 25. I'd give it 21, 21, 21.5. All right.
Now going into the points, I expected you to say 22. Oh, man. I'm drinking some E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof Rye. Oh, good. He's going to say that after every pour, though. Come on.
I got to sip some water to clear these palates out. But that was incredible. Best notes, like pure green apple on B, like pure candy green apple. Incredible.
Nice. We were I was sipping this barrel proof rye on the episode earlier because I wanted to compare it against another herbal grassy rye. And this the EHT barrel proof rye is the grassy's coming back because we just finished recording the Hughes Bella Bedford here, and we both said, dang, this is super grassy. So I was like, well, what's another grassy rye? So I poured some of the EHT barrel proof rye, and comparatively, the barrel proof rye not grassy at all compared to the Bell. The Bell was so grassy, but now that it's been a while and now that I'm coming back to it, I totally get the earthy grassy musty on the EH Taylor.
Okay, so B beats C in palate. The candy notes of B show up a lot more than C, but they're both very similar on the palate notes. Green apple, baking apples, candy green apple, delish.
Nice. And just more amplified on B than C.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh yeah, I got my this is the last of my single oak project 16 here, so I should probably do it at the same time with you.
C beats D. So I'm going to give 24 points to B. C gets 23 points and D gets 22 points.
Oh, I get it.
Out of 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
B
descending
was the best,
order on
C was
palate.
the second best, D was the third best on the palate. Let me think about it again. Let me take more sips.
Yeah. And actually, more water. While you're taking more sips, you said B had way more hard candy rye than C. I'm curious if D also had the hard candy rye. Did D bring that back?
Not hard candy rye, hard candy apple.
Hard candy apple. Okay. I'm curious if the hard candiness was the same on B and D, maybe. You know why I'm asking.
D is the standout. D is the the one that doesn't taste as similar as the other two. So if I were to guess, but I'm not going to, I'm going to keep it clear in mind. If I were to guess, B and C are maybe the single oak projects, but I prefer the single oak projects on the palate. If that's the case, I prefer B and C on the palate to D. Let's talk about finish real quick. Let me go through them again.
Man, this is exciting.
Still good. Not as good as I remember it on B.
Oh, you know what? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. This comes out the week after your birthday. See, Cole's birthday is coming up here when we're recording this. It's next week. So I just revel in the fact that I'm making him slam all his favorite whiskeys right now.
B and C are pretty darn similar.
Yeah. Keeping that motif.
Yeah. Let me take one more water and I'll drink D again. Let me take a moment of the water itself. Yeah.
Nice. I had this sitting close by too. I figured why not, since we're on the Buffalo Trace train today, kosher wheat.
All right. D's the loser on the palate. But they're all great. Now I just got to really hone in on B and C.
Nice. Well, yeah, it's just because there's so much more candy apple on B. What is it about C that's keeping it close?
It's still got that candy apple as well. It's just not as candy. It's not as sugary sweet.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah, B's in the lead. I'm going to take one more sip of C, and we'll determine what's the winner. All right. I'm excited because I'm down to have a new favorite if I need to have a new favorite.
I know, right? just get you that much more excited for the upcoming single oak project release too. Whenever that may be.
Straight up. That's still good. Okay, here's my order though. B, C, D in ascending order of best. So B is the best, C is the second best, D is the third best. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. You want to go down to up? Let's go D first.
Well, I don't know which one's D. I got to pick a bottle and find out what that is.
Which one do you think is D?
I think D might actually be seasoned wood. So let's find out. D was seasoned wood. We have a new winner, everyone.
Nice.
Which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have a feeling that C, second place, is the one you got me.
Okay.
And we'll find out. The 10. C is barrel 10.
Dang.
So that puts the one that I don't have any left of as my favorite of all time. Yeah, it beats the best. But that's the cool thing, is that theoretically, if we do this like mathematically, that what you gifted me today is better than the best I've ever had until this moment. But barrel 16 was B.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to be on the lookout for another one of those.
Dude, but here's the thing, is that we got to buy more of these single oak projects.
I know.
Because 3 out of 3 being like top 5 I've ever had is pretty crazy. So
for sure.
It's at least right up my alley. So I'm glad you could enjoy it with me.
Yeah.
And thank you for providing me something that beat out my current favorite in one day, in the same day.
You're welcome. So, you're welcome. Happy birthday.
This is dope. All right. Sweet. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being ballers and hanging around to find out what's Cole's new favorite whiskey of all time is apparently Single Oak Project Barrel 16. So thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for sticking around for a little extra long Reentry Buzz episode, but we'll see you guys next time on Chill Filtered's The Reentry Buzz. But here's the thing, is that we got to buy more of these single oak projects.